Good morning, everyone. My name is Larry Shulman. I'm a member of the National Cancer Policy Forum and the co-chair of this meeting. Usually, Ed Benz, who is the chair of the National Cancer Policy Forum, would welcome you all, but you get me instead. And I'm not nearly as eloquent as Ed is, but we're very appreciative that all of you have come, both speakers and attendees. We consider this workshop really a critically important one for our field, and I think you'll see why as we go through the different sessions today and tomorrow morning. I've co-chaired this with Lisa Kennedy Sheldon, who I'd like to come up and kick off the first session. And she and I have planned this, I guess, over the last year almost. So we hope that it's both a constructive workshop and one that leads to significant change. So again, thank you for being here. And Lisa, you're on.
Thank you, Larry. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you here for what I think is going to be a very exciting and thought-provoking workshop. As Larry mentioned, this was a workshop that was done 11 years ago with recommendations, and we'll have an opportunity now to look at where we are today and where we need to be going to address the complex and evolving needs of people with cancer. On behalf of the National Cancer Policy Forum, I'd like to thank all of you for being here, both those you joining in person and those joining via webcast. Before we delve into the workshop, I want to give you a little bit of background on the forum and its work. The National Cancer Policy Forum provides a continual focus on cancer within the national academies. The forum serves as a trusted venue for experts to convene and identify high-priority policy issues in cancer research and care. The forum then works collaboratively to examine those issues and identify potential opportunities for action. You'll see that some of the publications are here along the side. You're welcome to join and take these publications from prior workshops if they're of interest to you. There will be a publication coming out from this workshop as well. The forum would like to thank the generous support of our sponsors listed here. Without their contributions, we would not be able to carry on the ongoing work of the forum and the recommendations for public policy and cancer care. The National Cancer Policy Forum has a long-standing interest in the oncology workforce. As I mentioned, in 2008, the forum held a workshop examining workforce issues, given the growing number of cancer survivors and concerns about the potential shortage of oncology clinicians. Well, this has certainly continued to evolve over the last 11 years, as we all know, with the growing number of survivors and complexity of care. Rather than consider strategies to increase the numbers of clinicians, though, we're going to talk about how to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of care so that patients, their families and caregivers, and clinicians have a better experience. I want to note the title of the workshop is actually a caregiver workshop, isn't it? It's a care force workshop. So we're not just talking about those paid people who are involved, like clinicians, in delivering cancer care. We're also talking about the often unrecognized and sometimes invisible caregivers and family members who help provide the care to their loved ones. To promote high-quality, streamlined care, the workshop will examine opportunities to improve the work environments of the care team, new models of care delivery, and how they could be effectively scaled and spread, how we could better leverage technology in care, education and training to prepare the cancer care force of the future, and potential policy changes that are needed to advance progress. I would like to thank not only my co-chair, Larry Shulman, but also all the members of the planning team from the National Cancer Policy Forum. We deeply appreciate the many hours the planning committee dedicated to developing this workshop plan. Thank you. It was a true pleasure talking with you and working with you to create this workshop. I'd like to give you a quick overview of the workshop agenda. It's a day and a half, so today is the fuller day with 4 different sessions. We will be exploring the demographic care force trends and implications for future cancer care in our first panel. In our second session, we'll be addressing work system factors contributing to burnout and poor quality care, and looking at ways to address resilience in our workforce and caregiver force. In the third session, we'll be looking at care delivery models that effectively leverage the cancer care force and optimize care. In the fourth session, we'll be doing more of a lightning talk approach with innovative technologies, tools, and strategies to support the cancer care workforce. Tomorrow, we'll have our final 2 sessions in the morning. The first session will be opportunities to scale and spread solutions to address care force challenges. And finally, in the last session, we're going to have a large panel to talk about stakeholder recommendations on a policy agenda and a framework for action. After each session, there'll be an opportunity for audience members to ask questions. There are microphones on either side of the room. We ask that you introduce yourself prior to asking your question. And at this point, I'd like to just remind you that all the sessions are being recorded and webcast and will be available on the National Cancer Policy Forum workshop website. We value your input and hope you will feel like active participants in this workshop.